learners. Welcome to the online basic course in Odia language. Have you ever been attracted by the unique and rich treasure of Odisha's culture and heritage? Odisha is a state of India's east coast. It is famous for its lovely beaches, big hills and flat and fertile land. Odisha is the part of the 28th Republic of India, Bharat. The name of the state, Odisha, was formerly spelt as Orissa. In 2011, the English rendering of Odisha was changed from Orissa to Odisha and the name of its language from Oriya to Odia by the passage of the Orissa Bill 2010 and the Constitution Bill 2010 in the Parliament. Odisha is in the eastern India peninsula and the Bay of Bengal lies to its east. Chhattisgarh shares its border in the west and northwest. The state also shares geographical boundaries with West Bengal in the northeast, Jharkhand in the north and Andhra Pradesh in the south. Odisha has beautiful nature, rich culture and a long history. One can enjoy its clean beaches, hike its hills or learn about its past. The state has a fascinating story that goes back to a long time. It was used to be called Kalinga and was a powerful kingdom. Ancient Odisha was a confluence of racial streams. History tells us that the Aryans entered Odisha from the northeast, subjugated the primitive people living there and imposed on them their language and culture. The story could not be so simple, for the people then living in the land were not perhaps all the primitive type, nor were they subjugated culturally. What might have happened in all? Probability was a racial and cultural amalgamation. Geographically, Odisha stands as a coastal corridor between the northern and southern India cut off by the intractable Vindhyas. It is naturally therefore an assimilation of races and cultures of the Aryans and Dravidians must have taken place here in the days of Gaur. At the same time, these successive racial and cultural tides might have surged up from the different sides, rolled in and broken over this bound, culminating the Indo-cultural synthesis. Many different groups of people called Janajati live in these hills. Odisha has big rivers like the Mahanadi, Brahmani and Boitarani. These rivers help farmers grow food and transport things. The people of this region of eastern India along the coast of the Bay of Bengal sailed up and down the Indian coast. They travelled to Indochina and throughout maritime Southeast Asia, introducing elements of their culture to the people with whom they traded. Odisha became famous after a big war between the Mauryan Emperor Ashoka and the Kalinga king. This war changed Ashoka and made him a follower of Buddhism. There is a legend that after the Kalinga war, Ashoka quit his warrior nature and followed the Buddhism in search of peace. Today, in Dholi, a nearby place in the capital Bhubaneswar, there is a peace pagoda known as Dholi Santi Stupa, built by the Buddhist community which witnessed the Great Kalinga War. Odisha has traded with other countries for a long time, especially places in the Southeast Asia. The people of Odisha, known as Odia, have a strong sense of tradition. Like many other communities, they love their music, dance, art and old stories. The names of language, art and culture are prefixed with the word Odia, like Odia Sanskriti, Odia Bhasa, Odia Nritya. You all may know that Odissi, Chhau, Sambalpuri dances and songs are well known in India and the abroad. In Odisha, we have a lot of traditional Janajati dances. There is a popular saying about the beliefs of Odia people and their celebration of festivals, Baro Mase Tera Parva, which means they celebrate 13 festivals in 12 months of a year. These fairs and festivals help us understand the state's love for art and are a great way to experience Odisha's past and present. The most famous is the Ratha Yatra, where huge carts carry gods through the streets. People from all over come to see it. Durga Puja, Diwali, Holi, Raja, Nuakhai, Thakurani Jatra and Makara are other major festivals. The festivals are always very colourful and full of fun. The state is famous for its beautiful monuments like the Jagannath Temple in Puri. Being the most famous, Odisha's culture is a vibrant treasure of traditions and artistic expressions deeply rooted in its rich heritage. The state's historical legacy is evident in its landmarks like the Jagannath Temple, the Konark Sun Temple, the Lingaraj Temple at Bhubaneswar, and many other temples for gods and goddesses throughout Odisha. The temples in Odisha are magnificent architectural marvels, each telling a tale of spirituality, history, and cultural richness. With a legacy deeply rooted in its religious traditions, these temples are not only places of worship but also significant landmarks that attract devotees and tourists alike. It features classical dance forms like Odissi, intricate Patachitra and Chandua, filigree or silver works and art, and vibrant festivals such as Ratha Yatra, Raja, Makara and Nuakhai. The unique customs and craftsmanship of Odisha's Janajati communities such as Dokra or the earthwork, bamboo, stone, metal, woodwork and traditional attire further enrich its culture. This diverse and multifaceted culture is captivating experience for enthusiasts and visitors, offering many unique experiences to explore. The state of Odisha, influenced by its illustrious history, showcases a diverse cultural heritage. Oriya cuisine is a delightful journey for food enthusiasts with unique Oriya dishes to savor. Visitors can explore historic sites such as the iconic Jagannath Temple and the serene Marine Drive in Puri, and different geographical areas to witness the scenic beauty and other Janajati communities captivating Odisha's culture. Odisha's Janajati culture adds depth to its cultural diversity. In addition to the central culture, there are many different Janajati groups with various ways of life. Both Janajati and non-Janajati populations of Odisha enriched the culture and contributed to forming a composite culture, the Odissan culture. The traditional dress of Odisha is a colourful combination of art and culture. They exhibit the state's cultural diversity and heritage. The iconic Sambalpuri sari, representing Odisha's art and culture, is a masterpiece of artistry. This piece of weaving material is a handicraft that is popular worldwide. Like Sambalpuri, Bomkai, Pasapalli or the sari prepared in the Sambalpur area, the Dakkhini Pata or Barhampuri Pata of South Odisha, mainly in Ganjam, and Khandwa sari or Khandwa Pata in coastal Odisha. The Santal, Godaba, Durua, Koya and Kui tribes also have their weaving traditions. Saris and other apparel like dhoti, gamucha, lungi and chadar are also traditionally prepared in these areas. There are other types of such products weaved in different regions of Odisha, and they are famous for their intricate patterns, vivid hues and adorning women on various occasions. Conversely, men use traditional attires such as dhotis and kurtas, which reflect simplicity and elegance. What makes Odisha's cultural attire even more fascinating is the clothing of its Janajati communities. Each tribe has its own unique style, characterized by Janajati motifs and a kaleidoscope of colors. These traditional outfits are not merely garmenting but are living symbols of Odisha's rich culture, preserving age-old traditions and celebrating the state's cultural heritage. Performers wear beautiful clothes that make the dance even lovelier. Exploring its cuisines, which includes a variety of delectable Odia dishes, is a culinary journey. Odisha has delicious food. The food there is a mix of different flavors and uses a lot of fresh stuff from the area. One famous dish is called dalma. It's made with lentils and vegetables and tastes good. Another yummy thing is rasagulla, a sweet treat that's very popular worldwide, and the sweet item has also received a GI tag. Apart from rasagulla, other sweets like chenna podo, chenna jhili, arisa pitha and podo pitha are traditionally prepared and famous for their taste. People love the food in Odisha because it's delicious and shows how great the food is there. Odisha also has yummy snacks. One popular snack is called pokhalo. It's made with rice in the water for a while. People eat it with pickles and fried fish, and it's perfect on hot days. Odisha is known for millet or Sri Anna production and consumption. Traditionally, the highly nutritious millet formed a substantial part of the diet in the Janajati areas of Odisha is gaining popularity day by day. The varieties of millet like sargum, foxtail millet, finger millet, barnyard millet, kodo millet, little millet, proso millet and pearl millet are highly yielded in Odisha. To summarize, Odisha has a long and exciting cultural history. People there have unique ways of dancing like Odissi, Gotipur, Sambalpuri and other forms. Janajatis of Odisha also have their dances and songs, festivals and rituals. Artisans of Odisha make beautiful arts and crafts using sand, stone, wood, bamboo, paddy, leaves, horns, earth and different metals. There are a lot of festivals observed and games played. Similarly, Odisha has a lot of different beautiful musics and stories as well. It's a place with a lot of colors and fun. Alright learners, with this we have come to the end of today's lesson. I hope you learned something new today. If you want to learn more about Odisha's land and culture, you can always surf through and get an insight. In the next class, I will take you through the language and literature of Odisha. Stay tuned for that and thank you for joining. Happy learning!